everyone, how are you? This is Nikki K from Beyond Astro K. So guys, today I'm going to be doing the Taurus new moon, which is going to be happening on the 11th of May. So guys, are you guys looking forward to this? Because I definitely am. But before I do the guided reading for not just for you guys, but for all the signs as well, just like to say thank you very much for all my subscribers. And, don't forget to check out my podcast, which is available on Spotify, Apple, and Google, and all other streaming services. Also, don't forget to check out Empath Butterflies Tarot, who does reading on all the signs, love and general. And she's my sister. And don't also forget to check out Nata for Days, who interviews people who are navigating their way during the pandemic, and also how they're getting creative, how their life has changed. Also, I do readings, so check out the links below, which I'll be putting at the bottom. So let's do the Taurus new moon. So we as you all know, we're in Taurus season still, yeah. And this new moon is like a dream come true, because Neptune in Pisces is really high up there, and we have Mercury in Gemini with Saturn, with its cousin, should I say, Saturn in Capricorn, which helps us come up with really like fast, quick ideas. And also we're going to be moving with a lot of consistency. And Mars, which is in Cancer, we have Mars with Uranus in Taurus, and it helps us take a different kind of change. And it's going to be very more of a new and exciting way. And it's going to bring a lot more excitement into our lives. The sun in Taurus, it does conjunct the moon, and this will help us set new goals and really get things started. So this is, and also we're going to be able to really trust our instincts more. So this is a dreamy one, but it's also a very powerful one. But also we can really tend to our goals right now. Our goals will be more consistent. And what happens during this new moon in Taurus is going to be setting the tone for when the lunar eclipse goes into Taurus in November. So whatever you're doing now, it's going to come into that full momentum then. So the cards I have here, these are what's going to be happening during the moon in Taurus, what some of the themes that are going to be working, and also the planetary actions as well. So when I looked at the chart for this sign, for this new moon in Taurus, it's a big mash, guys. It's a big mash, but it's also a good one as well. So we have the sun, which is in Taurus, which is the Hierophant card. And the Hierophant card is, the themes of this card is about tradition, really sticking to the rules, so we can find ourselves doing that, and also not really going too crazy. But even though Uranus is in Taurus, the rules can actually change as well. And this card is also about, really finding like a spiritual path. So if one way is not working, we're going to have to find another way, and that will probably be a spiritual way. But we're also going to be very strong and in our truth. We're going to be guided as well onto where we actually need to go. Then we have, for this new moon, the rising sign is in Scorpio, which opposes the sun in Taurus. So the Death card, the themes of the Death card is definitely about transformation. So we can see ourselves, really transforming ourselves. There's going to be a lot of unexpected change. This can definitely really shock our system, but it's going to be really a positive outcome. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is, Taurus like. So the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, they are Taurus cards. And this is definitely to do about money. So the Queen of Pentacles we're going to be more grounded now. We're going to be like Earth Kings, Earth Queens. So we're going to be very grounded, especially when it's concerning our resources. So also we're going to be feeling very down to earth. Our senses are going to be heightened. These, I will say, will make our senses more heightened when it comes to like business, you know, our creativity is going to be more grounded, more earthy. We can also find ourselves very business savvy, and also we're going to find extreme different ways to be earning money. This is also a sign of like pregnancy as well. So these are the themes that can happen. A lot of some of the themes during this Taurus new moon. Some of us can become pregnant, or we could be planning a pregnancy, or you know, it's about creating something of your dreams. You know, fertility is about, you know, is about the dreams as well. And you know, but it's gonna make sense to us more. Remember, Uranus is in here as well. Uranus is in Taurus as well. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, which is showing us that, you know, this is about new opportunities coming, and there's also going to be lots of seeds that we're going to be planting. And you know, this can, and if things are not really working out for us, you know, especially if we get very spiritual during this time, we're gonna have to find a different way to do find a different way to like for our create something for ourselves. So this could also be looking for a new job, creating a new job for ourselves. Some of us could find new love. This could be like a new promotion, or we're gonna definitely find new ways and different ways of making money. So you know, and also, you know, Taurus is also a learning sign. So we could go back to college, you know, start a course, learn something new. And you know, this is gonna, and also learn like different concepts, and these different concepts could be to do with money as well, you know, to do with like our self-worth. We also have Neptune in Pisces, which is really supporting this at this time, guys. And this is the Hangman. So the message of this Hangman, you know, the themes of the Hangman is that some of us could be feeling very trapped, okay? And you know, if we're feeling, especially, you know, there may be some elements of feeling quite negative. So we're gonna probably feel like that Hangman. And you know, there can be also some lack of direction, you know, on the other side. Even though we're going to be feeling very strong for the Hierophant, the other side is, you know, lack of direction. But also not being afraid to walk away from a situation. If something's not working for us, you know, we're going to be glided away, okay? And it's a time that we have to really look into ourselves. And also, you know, this is also to do with creativity and manifesting your dreams. So when we do get spiritual, like spiritually aligning ourselves, like what do I need to do? What guides, what are you saying to me, guides? Or, you know, speaking to the universe. This is a spiritual time as well, between the Hierophant card and also the Hangman. And then we have Pluto. We mustn't forget Pluto, that is in Capricorn, and it is retrograde. And we have the Judgment card for this. So this is about, you know, this is about really a big spring awakening definitely happen for a lot of us. We do have to really listen to a lot what's going on, because on a worldly scale, there are things actually that are bubbling. And some of these things can be very shocking, but you have to understand that with Pluto in Capricorn, it is restructuring things, it's breaking down old structures. So during this time, we can also hear about old structures being brought down heavily. This can also be a shock to everyone's system. You know, I do feel that there is going to be also some resistance to change. But the more you resist, the more it persists, because the moon is the people and Capricorn, as you know, is the higher ups. So we're going to see during this time more structures being broken down. And I feel that some of it is on one hand, it's going to be very slow burn, but when it does, because it's actually building now, but when it does, it's going to be it's going to be very quick. So that's why it's gonna shock people's system. It's gonna be more of a spring awakening. And like I said, listen to what's going on underneath. That includes what you're listening to in the media as well. And you know, the change that actually come is gonna be more of a resolution to the new world that we're actually in. Okay, so that's what the Pluto retrograde in Capricorn is going to be bringing to this new moon. So that was what the cards were saying. This is what the cards were saying, but this is what also is going to be the planets are actually supporting it. So I'll talk a little bit more about the planets. So we have the sun and moon in Taurus, they conjunct each other. We have Mercury and Venus in Gemini, but all these four planets are in the seventh house. So what's going to be happening? What are our major themes that's going to be happening? Well, there's going to be harmony, in our relationships. We're going to be working through things. There'll be also lots of talks. The talks can be about commitment and marriage, especially with the moon being there. This is about us seeking emotional harmony, being at peace, feeling more in tune with ourselves. With Mercury being in the seventh, is that we don't want to be alone. We might not want to be feeling alone at this time. We want to be really close to people around us, but also close to our our partner as well. There'll also be lots of communication, and a lot of us can find ourselves being extremely creative with our hands. That could be like if you're a writer, or if you're doing painting or drawing, especially with Venus being in there. This is about harmony in relationships, but we also must be really mindful that we don't lose ourselves as well. Taurus is also about self-care, taking care of the self, because we're coming, it's coming from Aries. Aries is about the self. Taurus is taking care of like the money, material finances, and Gemini is taking care of the mind. So with Taurus being about taking care of the self, it's the self first, taking care of your beauty first, and then taking care of your partner. But some of us could be taking care of our partner, excuse me, and not taking care of ourselves. This can make a lot of us feel very, what's the word, like resentful. Okay, so just be really mindful of that. We have Mars in Cancer, which is in the 8th house. So this is about, there's going to be lots of like powerful, we can have during this full new moon, lots of powerful urges, lots of powerful energy coming up really underneath. And but some of this, if we use it right, we can do lots of research, researching our jobs, researching like our spiritual practices, but also researching our creativity, but researching ourselves. We can find out a lot about ourselves as well. We have Jupiter and Saturn, which is in Aquarius, but it's going to be leaving, going to Pisces. But for now, we have Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. And this is going to be helping us during this new moon to be more, lots of like, communication. This is all in the 3rd house. So the communication is going to be very strong. And also Pluto in Capricorn is also in the 3rd house. So this is making us be very more like, especially in our mind, we're going to be more consistent, more strong in our thoughts and feelings and things and what we think. And also so lots of like the communication, but it's going to be more straightforward, but some of it can also cut to the bone. So we do have to be very mindful of how we're speaking to people. We can hurt others, but we can also hurt ourselves too. You have Uranus in Taurus. It's in the 6th house. So this is about us finding like a new independent way of working. This could be by ourselves as well. And also there'll be lots of changes in terms of how we treat our bodies, in terms, with our health and fitness. But it's also going to be in a very unique way. There can be lots of quick physical changes that are going to be happening as well. And this is only a good thing. But also when we are working, because 6th house is to do with working, our daily routines, working more independently, working by ourselves, but obviously, getting that balance of being around people too. We have Neptune in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, which is in the 4th house during this time. So we're going to be feeling more connected to our creativity. Some of our creativity could be from the past when we were very young. you know, a great time, guys, to be around water, you know, or even visiting places that you used to visit. We may be feeling quite nostalgic as well. There can also be things that we're thinking about, but it's not actually the truth. It's what we're actually visioning. Okay. But the creativity is really good for this, even though it could be from the past. Your past actually is detrimental to your future. So really go back on what you used to do if you are not doing anything. If you feel, okay, what did I used to love? What do I used to enjoy? This is when the time that we can go back to the past for this. And we have, you know, Sun in Scorpio. It opposes this, I mean, right, Scorpio rising, which is with this full moon, opposes the Sun. So, you know, how we appear, we're going to be feeling very confident. But what we show and what we feel is very different during this time. So this is sort of, you know, it's not a clash, but it's sort of like a little bit of a frustration. And you know, this could also sort of rub people up the wrong way if we're coming out, you know, during this new moon. If we're coming out really guns blazing on what we want, we're gonna go and get ours. It can rub people up the wrong way. But how we feel inside is that, you know, I just want to like make things more fair, balanced. I don't mean to talk like that, but how we are appearing, we are like this. Okay, so this can rub people up the wrong way. This can also cause some arguments, or it can cause some like miscommunication. So, you know, use it wisely. How we are out on the outside, we have to sort of use it wisely with the Taurus sun. You know, try and be as grounded as we can. It may not be easy because this is fixed energy. Okay, so guys, that was like the planets, what how it's going to be supporting this new moon. So if any craziness comes up, just know, come back to this video and know this is the reason why. Okay, so guys, I'm going to be doing the signs now. I've pulled out some moon card signs. So what I'll be doing, I'll talk about what houses it represents. Also, guys, really check out where Taurus is in your house chart, your personal house chart. You can go on like Astrology and find out. Obviously, you know your time of birth. If you don't, you can just do 12 p.m. in the afternoon. But check out where Taurus is in your house chart, and that can, you will see where it's going to be supporting you. Okay, so guys, first we have is Taurus, as always. Well, not as always, but you're the star of the show. So Taurus, this is in your 12th house, I mean your first house, sorry, your first house. And this is going to be to do with a lot of you are going to be like initiating something new. This is your time to be doing something new. You know, you have Saturn in your 10th house, which to a point is, it is squaring you, you know, but this will also give you a lot of drive. If a lot of you Tauruses are seeking something new, I think I've said this before, might be a broken record, you can now really go for it now. You know, I don't feel that you're going to be afraid to really go for what you want as well. You know, this is a great time, especially when you've got Mars in Cancer, which is in your 3rd house. You know, how you're going to be communicating. You could, you know, how you communicate will be so persuasive now. So any job that you go for, this is, you know, you probably will get it, Taurus, but you do have to really believe in that. Okay, but also the 1st house is also to do with the self. So with Uranus being there, there's going to be a major change going on, but the change is going to be very slow. You're going to be doing little things at the same time. So you'll be probably concentrating first on your job. Then the second thing you'll concentrate on is your, you know, your look. Then the third is, you know, then your body. It's going to be very little. It's going to be gradual. Also, a lot of you Tauruses are probably seeking something that is going to be aligned with your spirit. So really follow, you know, really like, you know, get still within yourself and really hear what messages are actually coming. And the card that you can work with now, Taurus, the moon card, is the answers you need are coming. So there are going to be a lot of answers. There may be a lot of questions coming up for a lot of you Tauruses, but also, you know, the answer that actually comes up, especially when you're alone, especially when you are, you know, grounded, if you're going for like walks in the park, grounding yourself, your answers will come. You know, you don't really need anyone to tell you what to do. You know what to do. You know where to go. So, you know, you've got the full moon in Gemini. The full moon, Gemini rules your it rules your 12th house. So with the 12th house action, that is, you know, that you could be feeling deep inside. This is a house of, you know, meditation. This is about spiritual practice. So, you know, the Hierophant card is also a spiritual card. So do a type of meditation. You know, this could definitely be being around greenery, you know, being around peace and quiet. And the answers that you need are going to be coming. Then we have Gemini. So Gemini, this is in your 12th house. And the 12th house is about undoing. It's also to do with like spirituality. This, you know, is, you know, during this new moon, you could be, you know, setting intentions to, you know, ground, you know, really listen to yourself, not being distracted. 12th house is also to do with hospitals, shirams. So you could be visiting them. You could be feeling more, you know, sensitive, being more of a counselor, listening to people more. You know, you have the North Node that's in your first house. So you are sort of, even though you are, you know, you're the star, but you also want to be by yourself as well. There may be lots of projects that you're doing. So it may be time for a lot of you to rest. So set intentions to rest. You know, you got Mars, which is in Cancer, which is in your second house of earned income. So with this being here, this is going to be about you, you know, you're going to be finding different ways to be earning money. So set your intentions for that. And with Neptune in Pisces in your 10th house, you know, you may want a change of career. The change of career can come. So also set intentions for that too. Then we have, your card is a time for healing. It's a balsamic moon. So you're going to be very much healing at this point. Some of the healing I feel a lot of you Geminis could be doing will be probably be from the past, or when you are doing any type of like moving meditation, there'll be things that actually come up that you need to actually heal from. And I feel that a lot of you are not telling people. You may be keeping lots of secrets to yourself, and you know, you may not be ready to tell anyone anything. So this is definitely a time for you to heal. This could be from anything, Gemini. It could be from a job, an old relationship. But you know, with the sun, you know, with the sun and the new moon being in your 12th house, this is going to really highlight it. And also when you're alone, be honest with yourself as well, Gemini. Okay, so for you, it's a time of healing. Then we have Cancer. Cancer, this is in your 11th house. You know, you have the Neptune in Pisces in your 9th house, you know, so this is this is a great time to be setting intentions for, you know, for you to be learning higher knowledge, or even gaining a new mentor, or, you know, having new friends in your life as well. There could be friends that actually leave. So you might be wanting new friends. Even, you know, you may be stuck on what goals you need to pursue. So write down in the paper what you actually love. You know, these are new goals you're going to be definitely setting now. And, you know, yeah, this is going to, and also we've got Mars in your sign, which is really helping you now. Mars is giving you that drive, that energy. It's also making you have more intuition, but it's also making you really listen to your body. Okay, so, you know, and also, you know, with Saturn, you know, with Saturn also in your 8th house, this is making, you know, your intuition more. So you could also be learning some things to do with the occult right now, you know. So there'll be lots of themes and energies coming up for you. So, you know, when you're setting intentions, write down what you really want to do for your future. And the card you have, Cancer, is being in love. Bring love into the situation. So the card you work with, Cancer, bring love into the situation. Any new things that come up, any new goals that you're initiating, bring love into it. Bring love into what you're feeling as well. You know, when you're writing down your intentions, really, you know, don't rush into it. You know, feel what you need, write it down, and if you can, read it out as well, but read with love. You know, the new moon card in Aquarius, Aquarius rules your 8th house. So this is going to make you feel more of a bigger intuition. You're going to feel even more sensitive as well. And, you know, this also is to do with like deep personal intimacy in your relationships. So some of these themes could actually be coming up as well during this new moon. Then we have Leo. So Leo, this new moon is in your 10th house. Yes, Leo, this is, yes, it does square you, but it's going to benefit you as well. You know, a lot of you Leos, I do feel that you are actually, you know, you've been waiting a long time. You know, some of you Leos are actually shining, but some of you could actually be very frustrated because you may be working with people that are not really aligning with you. You know, you got Saturn in your 7th house, so this could be some craziness to do in a relationship. You know, you got Mars, which is in your 12th house, so this is making you more spiritually aligned. But with this new moon, this is giving you a time that you're really going to be shining. You know, yes, there may be some obstacles along the way, but it's nothing that you can't really handle. So when you're setting intentions, Leo, set intentions for something really consistent and really long lasting. And, you know, if it means being in a partnership with someone, you know, really listen to your intuition. You know, when you're doing a type of spiritual practice, listen to the messages that are coming. And your moon card to work with is a time to take action. So anything you're dreaming up, Leo, you know, this card is a new moon in Aries. This is about new beginnings. This is like your 9th house. So with the new moon with the new moon card in Aries in your 9th, it is about expanding your mind. It's expanding your vision. You know, when you are doing meditating or you're doing anything to help ground you, there are going to be so many like downloads. You know, your mind, you know, you could even probably vision what you want to come into your mind and your heart. And this can also definitely help your career. And this can also make you feel, you know, be a bit more different than other people. And I'm sure a lot of you Leos are not really afraid to do that. So really see what the visions are showing you and what they're saying to you. And it says time to take action. Then we have Virgo. So Virgo, this is going to be in your... Why did my mind just go blank? I'm so sorry, Virgo. This is going to be... So this is Leo's 10th house. This is going to be in your 9th house. Okay? So with this being in your 9th house, this is a time of learning. And a lot of you Aries, a lot of you Virgos are not afraid to work hard, but it obviously has to be something that you're actually passionate about. Okay, you got, you know, the Neptune in your 7th house, Saturn, which is also, you know, Saturn's in your 6th house. So, you know, this could be with people, this could be with a group of people from different cultures, or this could be in a partnership, but you can also find yourself very consistent. Also listen out for your health as well. You know, make sure that you're being consistent with your health. I'm sure that it won't be very hard for a lot of you. And this is a great one for you Virgos, especially when you're setting intentions. You know, set intentions for doing something that is outside the box, something that could make you see the world very differently. Even your beliefs, you may want your beliefs to be different now, so setting new intentions for that too. And you know, you have Mars, which is in Cancer, and this is really, really helping you now. It's really, you know, giving you that drive and energy. It's also making you feel just a bit more sensitive to like your surroundings. Okay, so yeah, this is a great time for you. So the card that you have is believe in the impossible. So believe in the impossible. You know, you may be caught up a lot into the small details. You know, there may be a lot of opportunities that come to you now, Virgo, and you just want to like really check over things. When these opportunities do come, really grab them by the horns, because they may not come again. Okay, so with this new moon in your 9th house, this is a beautiful time for, you know, believing in the impossible. You know, if you want to be a teacher, if you want to learn a new language, believe in the impossible. You can do it. Even if you get it wrong in the beginning, do it again. Believe, you know, sometimes when we start something new, it's not always going to go out the right way. Try not to be too hard on yourself, okay? Then we have Libra. Libra, this is in your 8th house. This is about shared resources. This is about deep intimacy. So this is about you setting intentions for, clearing debts, trying to save money, working with your partner when it comes to like shared resources. This also could be to do with inheritance. So you may be even receiving an inheritance now, Libra, which is always good. So you may be having to like speak to lawyers or bankers, setting new intentions for that, but also your deep intimacy. If it's veered off, this is a great time to be getting more intimate with your partner, or even speaking to someone if things are a bit too rough. You have Saturn in your 5th house, which is going to make things a little bit more fun. It's going to make things more fun, but it also can make things very intense. You got Neptune in your 6th house, will give you that consistency. But also, it is to do with that your health as well. So really check for your mental health. You may be seeing things that's actually not there, or there may be some crazy issues that actually comes up. So this is about you trying to get as grounded as you can. So the card that you have to work with is don't let pride get into the way. So when it says don't let pride get into the way, this is a Leo card. Yeah. So Leo, you and Leos get on very well. Yeah. So with this Leo card, Leo's is like your 9th house of like higher mind, your like your dreams, your spirituality. So don't let it get in your way. Also, I'm feeling for a lot of you Libras that there seems to be more of a bit of a confidence. You're going to have a bit of a confidence boost that comes. This confidence may be to do with money, because you're ruled by Venus. So you yourself could also find that you're getting very intense when it comes to things. You want things a certain way, but you mustn't let pride get into the way. Listen to what's being said, but listen to yourself as well. Listen to your partner as well. If you feel that you need help during this time, really go and get help. I feel that, even though the 8th house is a very deep house, you do benefit from it. Whenever you see like a Taurus and a Virgo, a Taurus and a Taurus and a Libra together, this relationship is like a match made in heaven. Even if you really sometimes find it hard to understand each other, you understand each other very well. So this new moon will really benefit you, especially when it is concerning like your finances as well. You could actually benefit during this time, but don't let pride get into the way. Okay. Then we have Scorpio. Scorpio, this is in your 7th house, okay, with Neptune in your 5th house. You also have Saturn in your 4th house. So this whole action is a lot of you Scorpions to be setting your intentions when it comes to, commitment in your partnership, in your relationship, business or personal. I'm also seeing for a lot of you, Scorpions, that there may be stuff that comes up within the past that you'll have to definitely work with. If you are in a new relationship, this is stuff that that you may be bringing into the relationship. You may be hiding a lot of things as well, but you also want to have some fun. You want to have fun in your relationship. You want to have fun. With this new moon, there might be like contracts, business contracts that you have to sign. Legal documents could be coming up for you to sign. They may be taking very long, but they can come very quickly now. Okay. So, but you do want to have fun as well. So this new moon will give you that fun. But the fun can also be very like dreamlike. It may be, you may meet someone that is who you envision, but they may be not what they seem. So put that razor sharp glasses on at this time as well. Okay, so the moon card you can work with is, what do you need to release? So especially Saturn being in your 4th house, this is something that you need to release as well, but you have to be honest. Honest with yourself. No one can tell you anything that you need to release. You know what needs to be done. So this may mean speaking to like a good friend, speaking to like even speaking in your partnership. There may be some things that have been gone on for a very long time for a lot of you Scorpions. You know, you may have been stung. You may have been stung by like an old business contact, or a friend or a relationship, and you're bringing it into the now. So this is a time for you to really release. And also, when you're working with this new moon energy and setting intentions, really think about what you want to release. Think about what you want to bring into your future as well. Okay, but be really honest with yourself now, Scorpio. Then we have Sagittarius. So, Saggies, this is in your sixth house of routines, health, pets, your colleagues. So this is about setting new intentions for this. You may even want a pet. You may even want a change of job. You know, this could be really slow burn as well. Really write down what you want, because you are all about your vision. You know, you have Saturn, which is in your third house. So, you know, your writing and communication skills are going to be very on point. You have Neptune in Pisces in your fourth house. So this is about you, right, looking into like your past, looking into your roots, looking into things that you actually used to enjoy. And this will really help with your, you know, your new moon intentions for Taurus, in the Taurus new moon. I'm also feeling a lot of you Sagittarians are sort of digging your heels into things, and you know, I don't know why I feel that, but I do feel a lot of you are digging your heels into things. You know where you want to go, you know where your life can go, you know what you want to learn, but you're sort of taking your time. This new moon in Taurus actually may be because the sun in Taurus is in your sixth house. So it's maybe I'm feeling that, that's probably making you be a bit more dig your heels into things. But you know, it's always a good thing as well. You know, there's nothing wrong in it. So yeah, that is a really good thing for you. But you know, especially with Neptune in your fourth house as well, this will give you some sort of like creativity. It will also, you know, to do things around your home, or you know, you may be thinking of creativity that you used to do in your home, something to do within your roots. So the card you have is you're very close to achieving your goals. So the goals that you actually want to achieve now, Sagittarius, you know, ask yourself these questions. What do you want to achieve? There may be many things that you want to achieve. There may be, you know, many, but you have to take it slow as well, you know, because sometimes, you know, when we try to achieve too much, we end up getting nowhere. Jack of all trades, and you know, so you know, anything that you want to achieve, you know, as I said, you're very close to achieving your goal. So the goal that you are wanting to achieve is very slow burn at this time. I do see a vision of a lot of you Sagittarians. It's just, you know, just working really hard at night time, you know, really working on like your physical body, you know, for your physical energy. But you know, I do see that there's some change that's coming, and some of you could be like initiating this change for a very long time. So, you know, with Saturn being in your third house, this is about writing as well. So maybe write down your goals, you know, write down, you know, step by step what you want to do, and try to, you know, tick off which one, you know, tick off when you've completed them. This will really help you during this time. You know, Taurus is giving you this sort of like new, this energy, but it's a slow energy, but it's more of a consistent energy. Okay. Then we have Capricorn. So Capricorn, this is in your fifth house. This is a time to play. This is also a time to have fun. You know, this is a time for, this is children as well. Some of you could be, you know, having fun with your children, or thinking about having children. It really does depend, you know, especially with the Queen of Pentacles. But a lot of you are really wanting to pursue fun. If you are single, set intentions for a new relationship. If you are in a relationship, set intentions for fun. Set intentions for your, you know, creativity. You know, we have Pluto retrograde in your sign. So this is about you going back over things. This is about things coming up, things that you have to work with, things that, you know, need to be like sort of smashed away so a new beginning can happen for you. You know, you have Cancer, which is in your seventh house. And this is going to be about your relationships. So there's lots of energy connecting to relationships. things that you have to work through. This is about commitment as well. There could be some like sort of like temper tantrums, some fiery energy coming up, but you know, you can sort of level it out with some fun. Okay, with Neptune in your third house, how you speak is very important during this time. Also, what you're thinking is very important during this new moon. And you know, the card that you have to work with is time to release any negativity. And it is a full moon in Scorpio card. And Scorpio actually rules your 11th house. So for you Capricorns, a lovely, lovely time for, you know, a lovely time for you to be releasing things that you don't really need, you know, releasing like old structures, because these structures, especially with the Pluto and Scorpio, is going to be peeling away things like a snake. You're going to be shedding your skin, so it's a time to release things. If you have always wanted to like do something quite crazy, you have energy, you have permission to do it now, Capricorn. Okay, and it's going to be releasing some old chains that you're actually bound to now. And also your partner is going to be seeing a lovelier side, a more fun side, you know, but it's going to be it should be more of a consistent fun side, not just for the new moon, but forever. You know, you are going for a huge transformation now, Capricorn, especially, even how you're speaking could be more emotional. You'll be more connected to yourself, more emotional connection to your partner. You know, you'll also be speaking your truth. Really enjoy it at this time, you know. So that's the card. Release any negativity, but also release negativity in the mind. Then we have Aquarius. So Aquarius, this is in your 4th house. And, you know, you got the Saturn in your 1st house, and you got Neptune in Pisces, which is in your 2nd house. So when you're setting intentions, set intentions for, you know, new beginnings connected to the home, you know, new beginnings connected to you wanting to, traveling, you know, the background of your roots. Also, you know, self-care is very important during this time. You know, with Neptune in your 2nd house of earned income, you know, how you view money, you know, you could be finding new and improved ways. You know, you maybe have more psychic aligned to, you know, what I'm actually good at. This is what I can create now. And you may not even be thinking that it will bring you money, but it can bring you so much blessings now. And especially with Saturn being in your sign, this is about consistency, you know, a lot of consistency. And you got Gemini, you got Mercury in Gemini, which is in your 5th house. So your mind's going to be very expanding. It's going to be your kind of different and creative ideas. This can be, you know, some of these things you may have done when you were very young, or even from like you know, a couple of years ago. So the card that you have, Aquarius, is an end of a tough new cycle approaches, and it's a full moon in Capricorn, which actually rules your 12th house. You know, you've got Pluto, which is in your 12th house as well. So you're shedding things at the moment, even though Saturn's in your first. There's things that you're working on, like your shadow side, you are shedding. So it's an end of a cycle. You know, if there are things that need to be, you know, if you do want to connect more with your home life, if you do want your home to look a bit different, you want it to be more cozy or more better, look at what you look inside yourself. You know, are you resisting change? Are you resisting things? Are you not connecting more in your family life? These are things you'll have to look at as well, especially when it comes to Neptune in your 2nd house. This is about your self-worth. Are you holding on to money, or are you spending too much money? Are you at your creative optimate best? These are the questions you'll have to answer. But it's definitely an end of a new cycle. You know, definitely an end of a rough, you know, a tough cycle approaches. And a new cycle is actually beginning, but it is slow because Saturn is about time. So, you know, really welcome that change that's coming. I feel this is this is definitely bubbling a lot of you guys' mind as well. You see something happening, but you're just not really sure. And this new moon will probably show, you know, what you need to see. And not last, we have Pisces. Okay. So Pisces, this is in your third house, okay? And with this being in your third house, this is about, you set intentions for, doing any writing, speaking, doing something really creative. A lot of you are writers. This is a perfect time. You have support with Neptune in your first house, which is giving you visions and goals. You also have Mercury, you have Mars in your fifth house, which is actually helping you drive with your creativity. And so with these are going to be really helping you now. You're going to be more in tune. Your intuition is going to be more in tuned. And with Mercury in your fourth house, a lot of you could actually be working from home. A lot of you are going to be coming up with lots of ideas when you are at home, when you are in your home abode, being chilled, being more relaxed. And you once these images start to happen for you, it's going to be go go go. So try not to waste out your energy. But this is also a really great time. And especially with Uranus in your third house, your goals are going to be changing. You're going to be doing different things now. So the card that you have is the energy is gaining momentum. Yeah. So I do feel that a lot of you Pisces during this new moon are going to be very whizzing. There's gonna be a lot of because the ideas are gonna come thick and fast. You're gonna have to write these down, but your energy is gonna be really high up there, especially with Jupiter going in your first house. Boy, you Pisces are gonna be flying. I think also because Neptune has been in your first house since 2010. So we've actually seen a lot of Pisceans really flying really high. And especially with Jupiter, especially if it's conjuncting you at your MC, if it's anywhere in your chart, you got Neptune in there, this is going to really highlight it. So, excuse me, if you've wanted to see some of your work really go out there, this is a great time to do it. This is not a time to be shy. This is the time to really show people what you've got. I feel a lot of you have been working really hard for the past, I don't know, probably past 4 or 5 years. And now it's your time. Your time is going to be, some of the things that you're going to be coming out and creating and showing the world is going to be very life-changing for a lot of people. So really set intentions for, I'm ready to be opened up to new beginnings. I'm ready for the prosperity that is actually coming to me, because a lot of you are going to gain prosperity. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are setting intentions to work for yourself, or you are actually working for yourself now. This new moon will give you that confidence, will give you that poise, will also give you that consistent creativity. So work with it wisely though, Pisces. And when the opportunities do come, okay, choose wisely. So the energy is gaining momentum. The momentum is going to be very worldwide as well. Your energy is going to be poured out to the world. And last but not least, I'm so sorry, Aries, I know you've been waiting really a long time. We have Aries, and this is in your second house. Okay, so this is about you. This is about your goals when it comes to money, how you can earn money. Are you saving? Are you spending too much? Setting new intentions. This could also be to do with you, working with someone to do banking, someone that's like a Taurus, or even yourself. You might be a bit more strict with yourself, writing down your goals. This is also to do with your creativity as well. If you find that you're not earning enough, you want more, find out what you're actually good at. If you're good at making things, selling things, or if you've got a good voice, if you're a singer, this can bring more money. And this Taurus new moon will also highlight this. You also have Saturn in your 11th house, so this can be on a wide worldly scale. This could also bring a lot of new people into your life. And it could be you joining a group or being the head of a group or organization. You have Mercury in Gemini, which is in your third house. So this will make your communication more, you'll be communicating with a lot more people. You could also, if you want if you want people to invest in your work, this could actually happen. You could be very much more what's the word? You can be very much more persuasive, more even more charming, you know, because this is the things that you want. But yeah, I do, yeah, it's mostly is to do with like your money, you know, but also you're gonna have a lot of support with people around you, especially with Mercury being in your third as well. And you got Neptune in your 12th house. So this is about you being very, you know, you're emotionally, you're gonna be more, you like listening to yourself more. If a lot of you Aries could be doing spiritual practices, working on undoing things, working on releasing things, people, like bad habits that you have. This will also help you during this new moon as well. And the card that you have to work with during this new moon is a personal issue reaches resolution. So, you know, if you feel like everything's up in the air, you know, because you got Cancer, Mars in Cancer, which is in your 4th house. So there may be like resolutions that need to be done. You know, you got the full moon in Cancer, 4th house, Mars in Cancer in your 4th house. So the new this card is saying, you know, any resolutions that you have within the home, something to do within the past, is going to reach its resolution now. This is going to be a great time for this new moon to reach a resolution, because this is about new beginnings. The resolution could also be to do with money, you know, money that's owed to you, or money that you owe others. It can reach a resolution. That someone may say, you don't need to pay me back. You know, the bank may give you not necessarily a loan. It could be like a grant. You could be wishing for a grant. There may be things that you're wishing for when you are alone, when you're doing a spiritual practice, and all these dreams actually come true. So this also could definitely be personal as well. You know, you could be speaking, you know, writing and speaking things that you actually want to happen, and it actually comes. So, you know, this card saying a personal issue reaches resolution. This can definitely go in your favor now, Aries. And I think a lot of you was really waiting for this time to come. But, you know, with Taurus ruling your 2nd house, you know, things will be a little bit more grounded. It may be a bit more slower, but it actually does need to be in order for things to work out in your favor. And also, before I go, I'd just like to say, you know, during this Taurus new moon, it's a great time for us to get really grounded, ground ourselves with, you know, going for lots of walks, you know, really taking care of ourselves, but also tasting, you know, really enjoying, you know, our taste buds are going to be heightened. So like tasting nice foods, taking care of ourselves, you know, pampering ourselves, you know, doing pedicures and manicures for yourself if you can, you know, fixing your hair, wearing nice clothes. Also during this new moon in Taurus is about, you know, having nice baths as well. But also the main thing is grounding. So you can also ground when it comes to, you know, using like essential oils. Like I love lavender. You know, this also helps with your dreams. It can help with your goals and dreams. It can also help you. And if you need like that energy, using like citrus oils like mandarin, lemon, you know, also taking care of the throat is very important. So using peppermint oil, you know, eucalyptus, which is really good. This will help open up the airways, but also, you know, it will help us, you know, take things in more. But this is just a guide. This is what I'll be working with. And, you know, really speak to your health practitioner or your doctor before you even, you know, use these oils. But this is just a guide, just a disclaimer and a reminder. So guys, you know, this Taurus new moon is definitely about the money, definitely about, you know, our long-term goals and dreams, but also it's very emotional too. You know, it's about our creativity, it's about us shedding things, it's also about us, you know, trying to get some balance in what we're showing and what we're actually feeling. Okay, so guys, that's the Taurus new moon for all the signs. I hope you like this reading. You know, once again, check out my podcast, and also I do readings, so, you know, check out the links below, and have a lovely new moon in Taurus, and I shall speak to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.